We were sent this garment rack. This is a similar to like a Metro rack. They are very easy to be able to put together. They just take a little bit of time, just like anything, but I'm going to show you how easy the assembly is. And if there's any challenges along the way, I'll identify those as well. The first step, unbox it. And then after you unbox it, you can start getting the pieces set up. There are zip ties holding the different pieces together. I started going through and clipping those zip ties with a scissor, but that just shows the good packaging that it comes with so that pieces are not bouncing around in shipping. Real easy to follow illustrations. You have the upright poles that are the main attachment, and then you have the wire grates, the hanging bar, and then also the floor pads and the wheels. All right, let's go through and start the assembly. One of the things to know about the assembly of this is that beams come with levelers on them, leveler pads on them already installed. And if you want the wheels, you just have to pull the leveler pads off. Unscrew these, and then you can screw the wheels in there. The wheels come with a wrench to be able to tighten down the wheels here on there. So just be aware, and then you can always keep these for later in case you decide you want to use the leveler pads, or throw them away. If you're never going to use them, there's no sense in holding on to them. Now that I have the wheels put onto the poles here, the next step is to be able to put these clips on. These clips are what allow the racking to be able to stay on here. Go through, open one of the packages of the clips, and then what you do here is you find the matching set. They do have the words top on them, so just make sure that when you're putting them on here, that you're making sure that the top arrow points up in the direction you're going to go. On this bottom leg here, in the instructions, it shows that you install it just right above the first little line that's on the leg. And it's real easy to be able to do. They actually have a little line built onto the clip itself on the inside, so it seats itself properly on there. And then you just find the match to it. There's a little notch and then a little indent on each of these, so just find the one that matches that, and you go through and clip them together to be able to create one set. And then you'll go through for the 4 different legs with the 4 different wheels. You'll go through and put those on there as well to be able to do the same thing. And then we're going to put the first racking down. All right, we have the wheels on, we have the upright poles, and we have the first racking on here. Real easy to be able to just slide them through the holes on the racking. And then it just uses a little bit of downward pressure to be able to lock it in on the clips. The clips are just little tapered spacers, so it allows the racking to be able to sit on there, and then downward pressure locks them into place so that they don't flop around or fall out. Doesn't require a lot, but just a little bit of downward pressure on there. You can use your hand, you can use a light mallet, and now they're locked in. So now I can pull this up, and then the bars do not fall out. The next step is to be able to grab the next bag of clips and put those on here so that you can get the next racking level put on here as it describes in the instructions. Now, one of the nice things about this is these upright poles have lines all around them. So if you wanted your rack to be a different height with the different racking, that's okay. You can do that. You don't have to follow the exact instructions that the manufacturer suggests for the different levels if you want them to be different. Or the other side, you can set them up as the manufacturer suggests. And then if you ever want to change it, you just gently knock up on the racking while pushing on the pole to be able to get the racking to let itself loose. And then you can move the clips and move the racking to the level that you want it to be at to be able to adjust the heights of the different racking sides. So really useful to be able to customize this to your desire. All right, we have the uprights on, we have the second rack on there. The next step is to be able to add the extension poles to it. And those just screw on very easily onto these existing poles. You just pop that on there and then screw it together. One of the things I noticed is that some of the thread connectors, because it's a little thread connector that goes in between both poles, was loose in shipping. So just go through and tighten that down as needed. It's real easy to be able to thread those together. All right, threaded together. I have 3 more to go, and then we'll put the finishing touches on it. All right, we have the main structure now complete. The uprights are all done. Let's get the rest of the racking on here so you can see the finished product. We are ready to get the final steps done on this garment rack here. Here's what the clips look like. So you can see where it says top on it and top on both sides. And then when you have them on the metal rack, they fit together like that. So they actually have the right contours to be able to fit there properly. Next step here in the instructions is to be able to put the garment hanger up. The garment hanger only attaches to one side of a pole. So it looks like they have it where you could rotate it if you wanted to, depending on how you want it oriented on here. Just gonna put it right here, making sure that that says top on it. Fits on there like so. And then this here just slides down over it. Push that down to make sure it stays in place. But it does give you the ability to rotate it a little bit. Now, one thing to just keep in mind when you do rotate this, if you wanted to, it is going to rotate this bigger pole here. So it's not made to handle a ton of weight, but you can put some garments on here. I mean, I'm putting my weight on here and just bending it a little bit, but definitely strong enough for clothing on hangers. And we're going to do the same thing with this other side. And let's see here. I'm going to orient it similar to what I did on the other side. Make sure that they have top. See, I had it upside down, and that's why we verify that this one we have correct. All right, so we're going to go through, put this one on there, and just cinch it down. So that's all set and ready to go now. Perfect. We got to put the top rack on here, and then we'll put the hang bar across that. Open up this other pack where you have the 4 clips so that you can do the top bar. It does have it orienting this all the way at the top. There we go. Go all as high as you can there for them to be able to clip. Now, as I mentioned, on the inside of these, there is a little ring that does grab onto the circular ridges on the racking here. So as you're going through and putting it on there, it does actually stay in place because of the ridges. Do same thing on this side. All right, that's all squared away. Now I can go through and take this top rack here and put it on, lining it up. As the bars get taller, they do separate a little bit, and bring it on here. And then you can hit it with your hand, or if you had a mallet, you could certainly hit it with a mallet just to be able to knock it. But they go on there nice and tight. Feeling really good about that. That's looking great. The same thing on this side here. Just get a little body weight. And they go right on. So that makes it. The next thing here is the hanging bar. The hanging bar comes with these 2 hanging clips with a little hole in it for you to be able to mount the hanging bar on the edge here. They sit right there, kind of find the middle of the rack, the groove there to be able to sit on there perfectly. And then both sides of the bar already have the screw or bolt that go on there. So you just unthread that. And it also has a washer on it as well. So the bolt and the washer. Take it off of both sides so that you have it all ready to go. And then once we have this all done, we will go through and just thread it into place on each of these one by one. Very easy to do. Now I'm just going to hand do them here for you on this video. You can go through and grab a screwdriver to tighten it down even more. I'll be able to get it pretty tight though, with just my hand. There we go. And then the other side here, the same thing. And that's pretty much it. I mean, as I'm getting this final screw put in, you can see how easy this comes together. It's on wheels, so you can roll it to the different destinations you want it to go to. Or if you did not want it to have wheels, it does have the leveling posts that you can put back on there. The wheels, though, make it real easy. The wheels do have locks on them as well, so you can prevent it from moving if you don't want it to move. The other thing that it did come with, too, is it does come with a wall anchor. So if you wanted to mount it somewhere and then make sure that it does not fall over, or you're permanently going to put it somewhere, you can use the wall anchor, and it has a washer here. So you would just put one side of the screw, you'd put a washer, the screw through it, and then another washer on this side, and that would hold it and prevent it from tipping over anywhere if you're going to have it permanently put up against a wall there. This kit, very easy to be able to put together. As you can see, very sturdy, very useful for being able to organize. Has the little side hangers and then the main bar on top. Very well built and constructed. A solid piece. You're going to love it as well.